All right, I have some inspiration that has struck me from doing the moon. I guess we call it an observation. We go through our moon chart, and through doing that yesterday for this full moon, Bodhi and I have both come to this concept of really focusing our attention on our art, on our craft, the service, the thing that we love to do with our life. So we both kind of narrowed down a specific project that we want to work on, seeding it in this winter time so that we can have it to carry us through the 2021 year. So art is kind of this theme that we're going to use for this year to carry out our projects or our craft. So in talking with him about these ideas yesterday and doing our full moon observation, I've really come to the idea that I want to do this documentary that I've been thinking of doing for a few years. When we started our tiny house journey in 2017, I started documenting. I made videos of the whole process of planning it, of building it, getting it, to New York, etc., the whole thing, all the way up through moving off, buying land and moving off grid here in Missouri. So I have all of this documentation on YouTube. And so what I've been doing today is I've been downloading all of the videos to a file so that I can make a new form of art. Yes, the quantum memoir is my art, obviously, and I love doing it pretty much every day. But it's not the only form of art. My whole lifestyle is art. So what I want to do is I want to, looking through these videos, I'm like watching little bits of them, I see how much I love recording angles and ideas of what I'm doing and then editing them and putting them together and making a whole nother art piece. So I find joy in that. It's another hobby or passion of mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can put together this project where I pull all of the videos from our whole experience of going minimalist to tiny house to off-grid to this like new sort of consciousness or awareness, and putting it all together in a documentary. So as I've been downloading info, I was downloading these videos, and I realized that this download info relates to my life, not just this project I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm filling in this square because now my attention has been drawn to this seed word. So I'm going to put what's going on in my life in this sphere so that I can amplify it in this thought form and then bring it into my awareness with having this visualization, this cue of seeing it here. So I'm just going to take a moment to get quiet since I've been talking, and then I'm going to put down whatever was coming up for me. Okay, so visually when I was downloading the videos, what I was seeing is I was seeing a giant arrow coming down. Like I'm downloading, like the specifics was like I'm downloading something from the ethers, but really I'm downloading data from YouTube onto my computer and saving it into a memory disk. But there's some sort of correlation with this notion also with my life. So it's not just the download itself. I'm gonna put download. It's what I do with this download. I could watch a movie and believe it, or I could watch the news and believe it, or I can edit what the information that's in there and find my own meaning and expression to my own reality. So what I'm doing is grounding this information that I've lived in these videos. I'm downloading the actual file, but I'm also reviewing my life experience in those videos and downloading the lessons that I've learned. And now I'm going to edit them together, the videos and the lessons I've learned, into a whole new project, the documentary, and then my life going forward. So symbolically, I have this art of the quantum memoir that's framing this idea, but I'm also going to have the project of the documentary and then also the experience and the experiments in my life going forward with all of this new recreation. That's how I see what I do, I guess. So let's put a little depth. Download. And since YouTube is red, make this arrow red. So what I'm seeing is in the forms of art that I do, I pull things together and then I edit them. I watch a movie, I remove what I don't like. I read an article, I remove what I don't like and I put it down here. I make a video of my life, I edit out the nonsense, and then I boil it down to the most important parts. And now I'm taking that next boiled down important part and I'm putting it with a more vast experience, a longer time frame, and then I'm editing that nonsense out down to an even more potent, I guess, notion of what's been valuable in my life. And somehow that is my art. It's just living my lifestyle and sharing it. That's it. There's not anything fancy about it. What I see is that I started my YouTube channel in 2014. And that was, I suppose, maybe like a year after, I don't know, sometime around the time that Bodhi and I got married, when we were Ryan and Cheryl. And this was about the time that the point is that this was the time when I stopped having my marketing company, Via Marketing. So I stopped that. You know, I went from mom phase to businesswoman phase. And then evidently in 2014, I went into an artist phase where I started experimenting with, you know, working on my car, putting together my classic car, making videos about it, volunteering at vintage shops, you know, just doing all kinds of different like sewing projects, cooking stuff. And through that experience of just play, I found what I like to do the most, which is think and then see and edit what I think, either visually on paper or in videos, now that technology exists. So it's really cool that you don't have to be some high-end producer or somebody that went to art school or film school or whatever to do these sorts of things, that we have the technology that any of us could do it. So appreciation. And that's what the ground sphere is. It's on a second, I can't talk and do this very delicate line. So the ground sphere is the seed, a new start. So it's where you are right now and appreciation for where you are right now, not being ungrateful for it. And it's a reflection of this axis that on connect, you're appreciating others, and on ground, you're appreciating your now, your you, your this. So these are like a mirror reflection of one another, in my mind, at least. So that's my ground sphere. Now I'm going to get back to downloading the videos and see if anything else comes up.